So, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello again. So, gender inequality. As you see over the year, the world has gotten closer to active gender inequality. It's a better representation of women in politics and more opportunity in more economic opportunity and have the better healthcare in many places. But however, this will take so many centuries to have the gender equality become a reality. And today I will talk about some big disadvantages of gender inequality with a woman, especially women. Not only in the developed country, also in some country that more poor. And the three main topic I talk today is the first is uneven access to education. The second is the gender pay gap. The third is poor access to healthcare. And in the last part, I will talk about our action to remove it. Okay. So first, women access to education, especially in the poor country. There is a research of UNESCO that 1/4 of young women between 15 to 24 will not finish primary school, and 58% of the people are not completing that basic education. And all of the illiterate people in the world, two per three are women. This is a big number, right? We need to do it in the future. And so, what will happen when the girls aren't educated on the same level as boys? Woman is the people, the one who will take care of children in our family, right? So if they don't educate enough, they can teach their children, to have, from the basic thing about the world and everything. This is the big mistake if we don't a woman is educated, and they don't have opportunity to have a great job, earn money in the future, right? And this is the big thing that I want to talk. So, secondly, the gender pay gap. This is a graph of the gender pay gap in Germany in 2021. As you see, this is a developed country, but the gap between them is really big. Men earn 22 per 20 euro per hour, but women only earn 19.12 euro per hour. Or this is another check in the gender pay gap in the United States from 1979 to 2021. As you see, from the 1999, it's go down a lot. You can see it. But from the 1995 to 2021, it's not hardly at all. You see? So why? Why it's not narrow at all? Do you know? Is there any idea here? Why the pay gap between women and men is not narrow hardly at all? The pay gap question, but I want some idea. So I think because of they don't accept to education, uneven to accept in education enough. They need to take a lot of time to take care of their family. Don't go out a lot. They don't learn something new, or just focus on work and find money. So that's why this is not changed a lot. So this is my idea. I think so. So a paper, 2020 World Economic Forum report that if you keep this current pace of happiness in balance, this will take 100 years until women receive equal pay for equal work. Oh, but in the world, there are some little country in little country, they have some action to reduce it, especially Poland is actually ahead of Austria in closing the gender wage gap by nearly 30 percentage points, or Rwanda, right? Rwanda, which is one of top 10 countries making progress toward closing the gender gap, and outright the United States in both overall and wage gap specific progress. Yeah, so what do other countries do? So this is a lot of work. So I want to ask everyone. So what do we do? Again, please give me one idea. Sam, do you have any idea?
Increase the pay of women and men based on their skills and talent rather than gender.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much. So the third part, we talk about who access to healthcare. Yeah. Okay. There is some statistic that I found. We talk about it. In the developing world, women without access to modern contraception accounted for an estimate 63.2 million uninterrupted pregnancies in 2012. Or a recent study in Lancet estimate that more than 100,000 women could be saved from the maternal deaths each year if the single access to effective contraceptive method. Or for some data from the World Health Organization, so that 99% of the more than 500,000 maternal deaths each year happen in developing countries. So, the last part, I will talk about our action. What should we do to remove the gap, to remove the gender inequality? The first is support right to girl education. If we support girl right to girl education, we remove the gender pay gap, right? And we make a work-life balance a real time. For example, men can help women to do household chores, right? Or support a woman to raise their children, spend time, and we spend time to work at home. We make a balance: work at home time, work time, and at home time, right? And the next thing is women supporting women. Right? It's really true, because if we do it alone, we can make it work, but if we do it together, we can make the big change. And I can see genital hormone. And look for the sign of gender violence. Yeah. So this is my presentation. Thank you for listening. Anyone have question?
Anyone, any questions? Gender equality?
I know this topic is not interesting at all, but
How is the gender equality is going on in your country?
I think it's happened, but it's not a lot. I think
How about in the company? In your company?
in my company. Well, no, I don't know. It's because I don't make gap between men and women. Oh yeah.
Oh, secret?
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't really know.
Okay.
But the woman in our country treats us very well.
Very well.
By women here.
Sure, 100%. Nice. Anyone else? Any questions?
So how about if one day you go home and your father is slapping your mother or something like that? What will you do?
I think I will punch my dad. Yeah, I try. Or
Even though you can do, you only try. You try, right?
and maybe I read quite a lot. Yeah, it's not good, you know.
That problem still happen day by day in our country.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. Especially when they are the worker for the industry area or something like that. After the daily working, they go out for some beer, drinking some beer, something like that, and they come home. They don't satisfy with their wine and the action.
But you know, women in our country don't do anything. Just no, be just like that.
They don't have chance to learn karate or something like that. They cannot do anything. So I think that problem happens in every country, right? Especially in the south.
I would say underdeveloped countries, developing countries, because let's say if you're in America, if you hit your wife can
Call
the police, and they're gonna go to jail.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you have a son, if you hit your son can call the police. Yeah, it's illegal.
You need the evidence.
There's no evidence.
Evidence.
If the son, there is a bruise in the face. You know what happened to Johnny Depp? You know Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
You know Johnny Depp and his wife?
Yeah.
So there was a big fight, right? So Johnny Depp, there was an evidence Johnny Depp used to hit his wife. So his wife go to the court, and Johnny Depp have to pay $7 million.
No.
You know? So $7 million, you know, $7 million become how much? Yeah. $7 million, how much it become now? Two.
One hundred and 40 million. 140 million.
Big million or billion?
Billion.
Billion.
140 million. $7 million.
$7 million, yeah. You see, so in the developing countries, the reason why it's been happening because people, number one, there's an illiteracy. Illiterate, come on. Anybody know what's illiterate? Illiterate means people are not educated enough. You know, illiterate, that's number one. Number two is, there's no strict government rule. If you hit your son call the police, nothing's gonna happen. You know? So there's no strict rules and regulation. Why? Because in developing countries, everything is fixed, everything is systematic. Come on. Everything is very systematic. You study, you get a job, you earn money. If you study and don't get a job, the government will give you money. It's called unemployment benefit. You know, so if you go to, let's say, you know Sweden? Sweden?
Yes.
So if you're born in Sweden and if you go to school and you cannot find a job, maybe you cannot find a job, the government will give you the money through every month.
Oh.
Every month until you get the job. So if even though you don't have a job, because why everything is very systematic, you know, and it's also have unemployment benefit. You know what's unemployment benefit? Unemployment means you work for a company, and by some reason the company will stop or doesn't work. You can still get the salary. So it's called developing nations as well. When you are living in developed countries, everything is systematic. You study, you get a job, you live very comfortable life. But in developing countries, there's no any specific state. And especially in Vietnam, it's a communist country. Come on. Communist? Come on. You know Democrat? Democratic?
Communist. Chủ nghĩa cộng sản.
Okay. So the government are of two types, you know. In America, it's called democratic government. Everybody can vote. I want Obama, I want this, you know. In Vietnam, it's communist. We can't vote.
Only one party.
Yeah, people on the top, they can decide. Yeah. So that's how it goes. That's a good presentation.